Hello, my name is Ben Upton and I'm an Admiral Nurse Lead for the Royal British Legion. Our service provides specialist advice and support for those beneficiaries who are caring for someone with dementia or are themselves living with a dementia diagnosis. This short film is intended to provide support and guidance to anyone living with a diagnosis of dementia and for those who are caring for a person with dementia during the coronavirus pandemic. Living with or caring for a person with dementia very often includes managing short-term memory loss. This varies depending on the individual, however. Being able to remember and adhere to the government guidance and restrictions that have recently become essential to follow will pose a real challenge to those with dementia and, of course, for those caring for them. Changes in routine will no doubt be needed for people living with dementia, which in normal daily life provides essential security. People they love or they would normally see are no longer able to visit, and they may not have full access to the activities that they enjoy which provide them with meaningful occupation. This may result in fewer interactions. As a result, they could become bored and also anxious. People with dementia may not understand the need for physical distance, why changes in routine are happening, or why things that they have become familiar with are no longer there or less available. When we are worried, our natural tendency is to be with people we love and feel safe with, and to seek comfort and support. This support may be less available during this time of isolation and also restriction. The emotional reaction to these changes and lack of understanding may result in behaviours which are out of character or difficult to cope with. It is important to remember that all behaviour is a form of communication and is very often triggered by something, whether that be obvious or not. Trying to work out what this might be is helpful, and then seeking out ways to moderate this distress will reduce fear and promote security for the person with dementia. Fear and anxiety are contagious, and it is inevitable that many of us will be feeling uncertain and worried about the current coronavirus situation. We recognise that carers will be feeling these emotions themselves. This is alongside trying to support the person they care for and how they are feeling. It is important to try and stay as calm as possible, and it can help to have these responses ready to repeat as needed when the person with dementia requires restrictions to be reiterated to them due to the memory loss they are experiencing. Having a card or piece of paper with the guidance written down ready to repeat will help a carer to remain focused and calm when repeating this information to their loved ones. Your usual routine may need to be changed during this time, but a new predictable routine each day is helpful and also provides a sense of safety and security. It is helpful to find a new routine that recognises the restrictions we are all living under at this time and try to maintain this over the coming weeks. We understand that it might be difficult to maintain meaningful activity at times where movement outside of the home is restricted. However, how we spend our days affects how we feel and how we behave. Activity gives us our daily structure, occupies us and gives us purpose and meaning to life. Trying to maintain or introducing a new hobby can be useful and helps when we are staying in the home for lengthy periods. Assisting with household tasks where it is safe to do so can also be helpful no matter how small they are. Feeling useful and occupied is usually very helpful. Walking can be a large part of people's lives, whether this to be exercise, go to see the family, pop to the shops, or meeting friends locally. If a person sits or stays in the same location for a period of time with no activity to engage them, they are likely to become bored, get up, walk and seek something to do. This will be more likely if the person has to stay in their homes because of the need to self-isolate at the current time. There is added complication when someone has dementia of remembering these restrictions and why it is not safe just to go out for their normal walk. Using the prompt card or paper we mentioned earlier to remind someone of the current situation is useful, and then working together to replace the walk with an alternative activity may help. It is clear that anxiety may escalate during the coronavirus pandemic, as our usual way of life becomes disrupted and simple daily events are more difficult to achieve. Anxiety can make us feel upset, irritable, cause difficulty concentrating and sleeping. A person with dementia is likely to seek frequent reassurance from their loved ones or carers. We appreciate that this can be difficult, particularly when carers are experiencing anxieties of their own. Trying to remain calm, smile and remain positive when talking or offering support is the most effective way to respond, although sometimes we appreciate this is very hard to do. Allowing time to repeat information and time for questions is also important. Using other relatives or friends who the person with dementia trusts to reiterate the message and to reassure them over the telephone or via any other means available can also be effective. Accessing help and support is crucial in these challenging times. This video has only touched on some of the challenges people may have who are living with or are caring for somebody with dementia. The Royal British Legion Admiral Nurse Services are there to provide support to beneficiaries around coping with these challenges, and we urge carers and families to seek out the support they need to help manage during these trying times. This service is now UK-wide. Please get in touch if you feel this will help you and will benefit you in any way. Take care and stay safe, and thank you for listening.